Namaste, Witchlings. Welcome back to my channel. This is Di's Daily Divination Draw, and I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, spreading kindness and love, living a magical life through yoga. Now, if you are not catching this live, that means the universe thinks you need to hear what I have to say. And before we go any further, I want to remind you to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I post new stuff and go live again. And share this if you feel that somebody else could use today's words of wisdom. Then drop a comment if something I say resonates with you today. um, okay, so I traditionally start my day off by saying, may the old ones be with us today, and I am wishing a very special couple of people a happy birthday. Number one is a very dear friend of the family, Maddie. I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and my absolute favorite teacher of all time, Mr. G. I hope you have the absolute best birthday ever. You and Gorby. He has the most adorable pupper. All right. I cannot believe it's already the beginning. Well, no, correction. Middle of freaking November. How the fuck? So, do me another favor. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee link because Witchy Mama here definitely runs on her coffee. All right. So, what do the cards have in store for us today? Oh, by the way, yes. Um it's a day. It's my That's part of why I'm off kilter. So let's explain. If you're new here, Di's Daily Divination Draw, I'm going to be drawing 3 Unicorn Tarot cards, 3 Della Luna Oracle cards, a Goddess of the Day, and then my 2 action cards. We have the Namaste and Self-Compassion, and then we wrap it all up. Oh, I forgot one little thing. Our Rune. And then I wrap it all up in a tight little bow with a little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. Now, let's find out what the cards have to say today. Hoo-yah. Never a good start. Never a good start to a Monday. Our first card is the Tower. The Tower means chaos. It is my absolute favorite yoga tarot card because, well, I am the embodiment of chaos. So we have chaos, shakeup, disruptive influences, misunderstandings, a severing of ties, possibly bankruptcy, and a downfall. Then we have the 3 of Rods, reassessment of associations, and deciding what or who is best or what is holding you back. That would go with the severing ties of the Tower. And then our third and final tarot card today is the Four of Swords, which means recuperation and recovery. So, sounds like we're going to have some chaos, cut some people off, and then we're going to recover from the chaos and trauma of realizing that people we loved really don't love us back. All right. Next, we have Oracle cards. Our first Oracle card is You Still Miss Me. Then, lessons are being taught, and we are learning to forgive. That tells me that we're going to cut someone off for good reason, but we're going to miss them like crazy. We have lessons to learn from this, and then we're going to probably learn to forgive the person that we cut off. I can deal with this. Today's rune. We have rotate, rotate, rotate. There we go. Rado. The general information for Rado is, let's see. Moving on. Gotta switch cameras here. Let's show you guys Rado again. There you go. Now you can see what I'm talking about. The divinity for Rado is Nerthus, the goddess and the mother of the family. The letter, you're all going to be shocked when I tell you, the letter is R. R. The symbol is the wheel, the element is air, the tree is oak, the plant is mugwort, stone is chrysoprase, the color is bright red, and the animal is the hawk, but not Tony. All right. Our description of Rado. Rado is the rune of travel, journey, and exploration. This rune should accompany you on all major journeys across the land or sea, spirit, or mind, for it will keep you safe and help you stay your course. Rado represents a change of space and environment, a time of growth and excitement when the larger picture becomes more clear and tangible. Use this rune when you embark on all journeys in your life. Rado represents the right path being chosen. If you are traveling and Rado is present, you can assure yourself that your choices are righteous and just, and that you're in control of your momentum towards achieving those goals you've set. Meditate on it to find your true path, and always remember to do what feels right to you. Fate is always at work, pulling on the strings of our existence. With practice, you will learn ways to bend and shape the odds in your favor. May the odds be ever in your favor. And tools to persevere when you're in over your head. Rado represents being smart and calculated on your journeys. Don't expect this rune to work for you if you're not going to put the work into staying safe and coherent while you're traveling. I mean, come on, guys. You can't expect a magic wand to fix everything if you're not actually going to put the work into it. That's like buying Drano and expecting your drain to clear without, actually pouring it down the drain. Just saying. Let's see. Do not forget to apply this rune to your overall lifestyle, and always use caution when traveling into new places. Remember to retain control of your propulsion toward your destinations, and do not become careless, because we must be tactical and precise in our journey if we want the powers of this rune to work. Rado is the rhythm of life and represents the tempo of the universe. In order to connect to this, we must be rhythmic in our own lives as well. We must form habits with equal intervals to establish tradition, thus mirroring the patterns of nature. The rhythm of the natural order exists like the very air we breathe, and it must be recognized in order to find balance and control within our life. Rado is control over our momentum and propulsion, the reins of the chariot within our soul. Rado can be viewed as the system of trials and tests that we have to endure to become who and what we are supposed to be. Through these trials and journeys, we find our true selves and begin to recognize the ancient truth in everything around us. Our perspective grows with every new territory conquered, physical or metaphysical, and we must conquer certain aspects of our lives in order to find truth and strength within ourselves. Use Rado to find these truths because they await you on your journeys. Now, recognize that everything comes in cycles and that by following them, you will progress quickly and efficiently. Align your lifestyle to the seasons and honor the turning of the year. Embrace hard times, knowing that the harder it is now, the easier it's going to be in the future. Everything has its opposite, and challenges will bring equal and opposite rewards. Life and change continue, and well, we got to keep going. We will eventually end up where we began, but on a slightly higher level with a better perspective. This journey never really ends, even after you die, trust me. Rado allows us to channel our energies in an effective way so that these energies flow in a manner that will help us obtain our goals. However, to use this rune to its full power, we have to know how to put ourselves in the right place at the right time. When it comes to relationships, and don't we all love talking about relationships, right? When it comes to relationships, it's a good time to talk about your relationship. Both partners need to clarify all the misunderstandings between you and to resolve controversial issues. This has to be done in a friendly but honest manner without long speeches or conviction. At the same time, you do need to speak freely about everything that's on your mind because, well, aside for the fact there's no time like the present, there may not be another really good, convenient time. Just saying. When it comes to work, Rado means successfully overcoming your difficulties. That being said, it does not claim that the problems are completely absent. However, it does say they can be resolved. Another interpretation is successful negotiation outcomes. In addition, this rune suggests that you soon will receive important. It suggests you will soon receive important information, and it will soon be delivered by some means of communication: text, fax, computer, mail, carrier pigeon. I don't know, maybe a squirrel. So, our key takeaways of Rado are travel, both in physical terms and those of lifestyle direction. A journey, a vacation, maybe relocation, evolution, a change of place, or even just settings. Seeing the larger perspective, seeing the right move for you to make, and deciding to actually take it. Personal rhythm, world rhythm, and the dance of life. Journey, pilgrimages, change, destiny, a quest, progress, and life lessons. And that's today's room. Now, before we go further again, I'm going to remind you one more time, hit the like, share, and subscribe button, and then punch the bell. So, who's today's goddess? We have Bast, one of my favorites. She's a goddess of pleasure. Don't know if you could see that under my finger, but it did say that. You may be in some serious need of some self-care, and the goddess Bast is with you. As the ruler of sex, magic, and pleasure, she helps you see and reignite all of those aspects in your life. It's time to indulge. Now, we have Namaste. Whoops. Hey, there it goes. Flip it the right way so you can see what I'm showing you. Namaste. It's Monday. That's my excuse all day. And we are writing a... Oh, you know what I didn't do? Oh my God. It is totally Monday. Let's do Bast's mythology. Holy sheepskin, I can't believe I forgot. So Bast is Egyptian. Her mythology is, and she is an Egyptian cat goddess who rules over sex, magic, and pleasure. She first appeared as a lioness goddess and protector of Egyptians in battle. As domestic cats gained more status and prominence in Egyptian culture, revered for being noble and clean and for controlling the rodent population, hence protecting the human population from disease, Bast evolved into a cat goddess. Cats are sacred to her and the Egyptians and were protected and even mummified in tombs. A lover of pleasure and beauty, Bast is honored with a glorious temple built in Bubastis, an ancient capital of Egypt. She's celebrated during a wild festival every year where boats sail up the Nile to her temple. The boats carry mostly women, as Bast oversees female sexuality, and they dance wildly and lift up their skirts to make festival celebrators gathered on shore laugh. Laughter, which Bast loves, chases out grief and brings on healing. So call on Bast when you want to rediscover the joys of laughter and pleasure to move through your own grief. We're going to tie this into our cards because we're definitely, if, and at least I would be, if I am cutting off people who I loved because they are just not meshing with my life anymore, I'm going to be grieving this. And well, the tarot cards are saying that that's what's going to happen. The oracle says that, we have to learn a lesson and learn to forgive, but we're missing these people. So Bast is telling us that we need to laugh and, remind ourselves that life is good and happy and pleasurable while moving through the grief of mourning those lost relationships. Hey, we're good. Now we'll do our Namaste card. Write a love letter to yourself, just like you would do if you were writing a love note to your sweetheart. Be generous with your compliments and see yourself the way your loved one would see you. As long as I don't inhale saliva again. God, I'm having a day. When we invite love into our lives, there is no room for fear. Writing a letter of love to yourself will help push away any fears or doubts that may be haunting you. And what does our self-compassion card say today? The company you keep. They say, who is this mysterious they that is always talking? They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Whose positive energy can you spend more time around today? Is it just me or is this tying into the rest of the freaking reading too? Because if you're dealing with somebody who is not, all that positive and you spend a lot of time around them, maybe you're going to decide that's not the way you want life to go anymore and you're going to walk away from that relationship. Just saying. We have our moment of Zen now. All right, so our first quote is from Panchadasi. How shall I grasp it? Do not grasp it. That which remains when there is no more grasping is the self, big S, self. And then we have a quote from Ying An. Zen has nothing to grab onto. When people who study Zen don't see it, that is because they approach too eagerly. Going back to the Panchadasi, the capital S self. One of the yamas, which is the first of the 8 limbs of yoga, is non-grasping. So, wow, we're just making all sorts of connections today, ain't we? And that is today's moment of Zen. Oh my gosh, we survived. We made it through today. So let's close our little circle here and extinguish the birthday candle. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely going to need to trim the wick soon. Boop, boop, boo. So, we moved the camera over the weekend. I'm used to the camera being straight ahead of me. So, May the ancient ones give us peace and blessings and guide us on our journey. And we thank them for their presence here today. There we go. All right. So we summarized our reading. It's going to be chaotic and we're going to be cutting some people out. We're going to miss them, but we need to learn a lesson from that relationship. And, well, what was the third one? Brain just hiccuped. We have the fact that we're going to learn to forgive them. Maybe not let them back into our lives, but we're going to forgive them. And then Fredo says, we're going to travel, and that may not necessarily be a physical trip. It's going to potentially be a mental and emotional trip from the chaos of the tower and losing those relationships. And then the goddess Bast says that while you are grieving those lost relationships, don't forget to laugh and actually remember that life is good overall. Then we need to write ourselves a love letter because, well, everybody tends to be too hard on themselves. Do not try to grasp pleasure or life or whatever because, well, when you stop reaching and holding tight, you find yourself. And that's our reading for today. So do the like, share, subscribe thing if you're feeling so inclined. Drop a comment if something resonated with you. Then hop over to Patreon for behind the scenes videos, access to the Discord server where I go live every day as I'm getting ready to do this. Get some exclusive blog posts and other fun stuff like full moon rituals. Hey, I said the right moon this time. Then check out my Buy Me a Coffee link because, again, Witchy Mama runs on coffee and sarcasm. I am a child of the 80s. Check out my website at www.yogawithdialin.com to book a one-on-one tarot session or a one-on-one yoga session, a personal tarot reading, or if you're feeling, brave, a pendulum reading with me and the furry little overlord who has abandoned me today. Tune in tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel for another daily draw. We'll have 3 fresh tarot, oracle cards, a new rune, all of it. Monday through Friday, I do that at 1:30 p.m. Seattle time. And don't forget to come back Thursday for Die the Yoga Witch podcast, where we talk about yoga with a witchy twist. This week, we are discussing the whitewashing and consumerization of yoga in the Western culture. Friday night, we have guided meditation to help all of us live a magical life through yoga. By the way, my darling little witchlings, a heads up. Some of the links that you'll encounter in my descriptions, my website, my Facebook posts, etc., they might be affiliate links, which means if you click through and buy something from one of those links at absolutely no extra cost to you, I might get a little bit of a commission from it. This helps me keep the witchy vibes going here, the yoga moves flowing, and the furry children fed. This is an important thing. Thank you very much for that support. So, we are going to go out into this world and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness because there is already way too much hate and discontent out there for us to need to add to it. Come on, guys. Then tell your loved ones, human and furry, that they mean something to you because you never know when the last chance you're going to have is going to be. I love all of you, and I hope you have a fantabulous, magical rest of your day, and I will see you later. Love ya.